Do you want better prints, fewer clogs, and easier cleanups? Well, you found the right video. On today's episode in my 3D Print Basics series, I'm sharing my ultimate 3D printing toolkit. All the must-have tools you need, whether you're just starting out or planning a full-on print farm. So let's jump in. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the 3D Print Basics series, where we break things down to help you get the most out of your 3D printer. This is still a new channel, so if you enjoy this video and you want to see more, hitting that like button and subscribing really helps me out to create more valuable content for you, and I truly appreciate that. Today, I'm sharing my go-to toolkit for keeping your 3D printer in top shape. And here's the bonus. For every single tool I show, I'll also give you a quick pro tip to help you use it smarter. Because as we all know, a well-maintained printer means fewer fails and better prints. So let's check out the tools that makes it happen. The first one I have on this list is my trusty little microfiber cloth. If you're following this channel, then you've probably seen me use that a lot. I'm using it to wipe my printer's bed clean before every single print. I will admit that in the beginning, I was using just regular wipes or paper towels, but then I realized they can leave tiny fibers behind that can stay on the bed plate, which is bad. These tiny little fibers can really mess with your bed adhesion, causing the first layer to not sticking out so well. Therefore, microfiber cloth. And here's my first pro tip. Don't rush into buying an expensive, super fancy one. Any microfiber cloth can pretty much work here. You can buy a large amount from AliExpress or from Amazon, but I will encourage you to support your local businesses in your area and just buy from them. Now, speaking of keeping your bed clean, next one on my list is the isopropyl alcohol. Isopropyl alcohol. I hope I'm saying it right. Isopropyl alcohol. That was right. I hope that was right. I hope I'm saying it the right way. Anyway, this is key for cleaning the bed and removing oil or leftover glue, and it comes hand in hand with the microfiber cloth. For this, I have two pro tips. The first one is to go for the 90% alcohol or more. This will give you the best results and get rid of anything you may have left on your bed plate. The second tip that I have here is to use one of these spray bottles to spray the alcohol on the plate. It makes it easier to spray the alcohol, reach more surface, waste less material, and it saves space next to your 3D printer. Easy peasy. The next tool that I have is the nozzle cleaner, which is this tool that I have right here. That looks weird, but it's super useful. The nozzle on your 3D printer can clog when you least expect it, trust me. And when it happens, you need one of these ASAP. So my tip here for you is don't wait for your nozzle to clog up to get one of these. Order this ahead of time and keep it in your room or your shop for whenever you need it. Trust me, this is a true lifesaver. Another tool that's become super handy for me lately is the Allen key set. Now, you're probably thinking, why do I need that? I'm just printing out for fun. Well, you are, but to extend your 3D printer's lifespan, you'll need a set of these. You'll use them for tightening the belts, swapping parts, pretty much any kind of maintenance or upgrade, and they are especially handy when you'll want to add mods to your printer to make it look even better with a cool print that you found. If you've watched my previous video on the 3D printer mods I have for my Creality K1 Max, then you've already seen these cool door handles that I printed or this toolbox holder I have on the side of my printer. Both of these mods are printed, and with both of them I use the Allen key set to tighten them to the 3D printer with the existing screws on the printer. Moving on to the next tool that I have here, my faithful glue stick. This one. Can you see it? I'm showing it to you like one of these beauty influencers on YouTube that are showing their makeup. I hope it works. I don't know. I'll say it later when I edit the video. As small as it is, applying a thin layer on the bed before you print can drastically improve the first layer adhesion, especially for materials like PLA or PETG. I mean, just think of starting a print without applying a layer of the glue, just to find out that it does not stick to the bed, and all you get is a long string of useless filament. This is another product you can buy from AliExpress or Amazon, and you can also find it in your closest arts and crafts stores. There are a lot of videos on different brands and different glues to use, but for me so far, all of them kind of works the same. I mean, it's a basic glue stick. Now, speaking of getting better prints, we also need to take a look at the filament itself. This little spool of plastic loves to absorb moist from the air like crazy. If you leave it out in the open for a long period of time, it will absorb moisture, period. And while you might not be able to recognize it with the naked eye, you will see it in your prints. Bubbles that appear out of nowhere on your prints, nozzle clogs, gaps on the print layers, a lot of things that can happen and basically can ruin the print. Now, there are a lot of ways to overcome it. For example, you can buy a filament dryer like the one that I have here, but that's a bit expensive. Or heat up the filament in a special oven, but that's also a little bit risky because of the fumes and you can't actually do it at home. Since most of us that have a 3D printer are hobbyists and we like to print for fun and not for profit, I would recommend to go on a cheaper and more safe solution. Personally, to keep my filament dry, most of the times I just store it in these vacuum bags, these cheap vacuum bags I bought online. These bags also come with a small handheld vacuum that will suck all the air, extending its shelf life in the easiest way possible. Trust me, these simple vacuum bags will keep the moist away. My pro tip here is to stick in these bags one of the desiccant bags that you can find in the filament box. These help to absorb the moist in the little amount of air that still remains in the bag after you vacuumed it. So, these are my 6 must-have tools for maintaining your 3D printer before you print that I absolutely recommend for anyone with a 3D printer. If you are using different tools and want to recommend them too, leave me a comment down below. I'd love to know more and test out more tools to improve my toolkit as well. As always, I'm sending you my warmest hugs. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video.